This time I move on, moving on. Yeah. Remember that night when I was too young. I was too young to see the traumas, but I'm glad I moved on. I still have the battle of myself. I wish I could fight myself off to the light. I look up to the stars and I see heaven. I hope you're safe up there. I know, been through a lot, but no, I have to move on. When I had to move on, I had to move on from the light. I seen the pain causing too much. I see the light crawl into my own demise. I've been through lots since then. I had to go through a lot, but I feel better than changing myself ever since then. It has been 10 years, but it's time I move on. 10 years has been too long in my life, but now that it's 2024, I know I have to been through lots, but I've seen a light calling in my life. I know I had to move on since then. I'm moving on, I'm moving on, I'm moving on. I see the light calling up my life. The stars are bright in my life. I'm moving on. I made it to the light. Oh, I'm moving on from the past. Just know that we hate it. I'm moving on. Just know that I've been through a lot. My move on since then. I changed who I am. Moving on, moving on. It's been so long. I forgave you since then. In the spirit world, I've been through a lot. I moved back to my place, and now I feel better. So now it's time I move on from the past. Moving on from the past. I cut my hair just to show that I made it to the end. I had to move on. I'm moving on. I'm changing myself. I know I've been through a lot. I'm moving on from the life. I'm moving on to the bright. I see the good times ahead. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. must be him. I guess that forgiveness really did work. I wish you best of luck, friend. Wish you best of luck. Everything will be fine. Just know that things will be okay. I moved on. 10 years later, stop me look to the future, even if you're not there. Goodbye, Marshall. I'll see you